Yo, what's poppin'? It's Tommathan, and Innovation just went on stream and toppled the whole shelf of milk over. It's all on the floor. He has revealed some insights with the LA Valley and other things, which are quite interesting to look at, but also quite sad to hear. So this is posted by Ezra, one of the Compo W goats, right? He's everywhere. So this is also translated, so obviously take with a grain of salt. Maybe it's not 100% accurate, but where there's smoke, there's fire, unless there's a translational error. But in the comments, I didn't see anyone say that, and it's been up for like an hour, so it's probably all right enough. So he hasn't been paid for 2022, and he said he'd give up, which is just illegal. Just Overwatch League should not be tolerating that at all. It should be zero tolerance for not paying your players. Apparently, even there are even costs he was not reimbursed for, such as transportation costs, bedroom cam setups, visa fees, visa photos, etc. Might be inaccurate. If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter to me. If he hasn't been paid, then it's like, to me, obviously he's not reimbursed. Maybe he'd probably, I mean, like a visa fee or visa stuff, maybe that shouldn't be reimbursed. I don't know. Maybe it does because of jobs. I don't know what the contract is. But regardless, Owl needs to crack down on that, bro. There's no room for this poor management of an organization like this. It's just not possible. This is like, it boggles my mind that this is even a conversation we have to have. Blizzard had to intervene for Valiant to participate in 2022 at all, which is like, I guess they really want to have 20 teams, but maybe just take away the org. Like I don't know, you have to do something. You can't just let them go like this. This is not reasonable. You have to step in, either kick them out, make them get their shit together, force them to sell the spot, do whatever needs to be done. Really. Like, straight up. Innovation found himself in the role as a player coach for Koreans on Valiant, which is, I guess, fine. I don't know. I don't know. In fact, he had to be the one handling all other non-gameplay issues between the team and the Korean players. This is not fine. You're looking for a manager here. You're straight up looking for a manager. He is a player. He is not qualified for that position. He is not the one that should be doing that. That's not him. Maybe instead of signing, 5 DPS, you sign a manager if you're going to have one of them do that. Could have been a part of the starting roster in late 2020, but had mental issues probably due to all this shit going on. That's a little self-insert, I assume. I don't know. I don't know where he'd start, to be honest with you. Probably not in the Sojourn and Genji meta. Maybe in Countdown Cup he could have played a little bit, I guess, but like, whatever. That's tough. It is tough. Mental issues are tough. Fearless got him on Team CC after the trial together, which is swag. Shout out Fearless. Fearless stepping up for him. Obviously, Fearless likes him, so he must be good. Both the coach and the manager of Shanghai Dragons congratulate him on being promoted from Team CC, but it was a mistake. He even told his parents he made Owl. It was a mistake is crazy. Like, I guess that's a real thing to consider. If you join a team like the Valiant and they do poorly, it kind of negatively impacts your career moving forward. He's going to have to prove himself in contenders again before he gets a spot and on another team. And maybe if he just stayed another year in contenders next season, he could have been on a team. It could have been on a better team. That's the kind of risk that you take, I guess. So I can understand it being a mistake. Oh, I hit a ward. My ass is not doing that. This one's the most interesting one to me. Gaga and Liga had a huge fight and won the gauntlet while refusing to talk to each other. It is just crazy. Like, they actively despised each other and they still kind of smoked the competition. And, like, this kind of explains maybe why it was Elsa and Late Young on the Chengdu Hunters, because if Gaga doesn't like Liga, even if Liga is the best, he's not going on the team. And it brings in the question, well, which one of them will pull up the spark next season? Because you already have Gouchwei, and Gouchwei's going to stay, so then you don't really need Gaga, and I would say Liga is probably more important to the roster. So I would expect Liga to pull up, maybe. Team CC was disbanded as the owners decided to focus more on mobile games. We knew this one, I think. Marvel was the best player on Valiant. I don't think that's a hot take. I think Marvel was definitely not given as much playtime as he should have. I think there's zero world where Sasson should have been playing almost at all after the first stage. Like, Marvel's so good. Might be retiring, can't really understand the translation. Who knows who's retiring? After this horrible experience in Owl, and it's Mickey Mouse, I would not blame him for retiring at all. But hopefully, moving forward for the Valiant, they pay their players because they need to be paid. They should have been paid long ago. Number one priority. Number two priority is making this roster spot, this franchise spot, real. It like make it real. You know what I mean? It can't be. It can't be this. If it's this for 2023 again, if nobody's getting paid in 2023, the league really needs to step in and be like, you just aren't real. Like, you're not real. We're kicking you out. We'll give it to another someone else. I don't know if there would be many takers, but like something needs to be done. Maybe the league could own it. In the NHL, the league part owns the Arizona Coyotes to try and make them work. Overwatch League can part own the LA Valiant. That's a thing you can do just to keep your franchises afloat. If you have to do that, you have to do that. But this is not acceptable. This is just not. That's not. You can't have that. You just can't have that. And I guess maybe that's what they intervened for Valiant to participate in 2022 at all. I guess that could be part of it, is they did part own them, they did fund them or something. But like, if that's the case, then that would mean the league isn't paying them, which is even worse. So I don't know. But this is just not great. I'm glad Innovation finally spoke up. I'm surprised that this wasn't, talked about earlier by any of the players, because the LA Valiant could not have been a great place. We saw the no hill sleeping setup. We saw all that. We know the situation. The rumors of no hill out of pocket paying for players, which maybe isn't the whole truth, but maybe it's part of it. Who knows? Maybe he had to take a pay cut to do it. Who knows? Who knows what's going on with the LA Valiant is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this is fucked. This is fucked. Hopefully the LA Valiant are not this much of a shit show next season. That's all I'm hoping for. Just fully rebrand to the, I don't know. I can't think of a Chinese. The Beijing Hawks. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Have yourself a good one. Deuces.